Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. The Bitcoin chart is pretty much in an unchanged situation. Yesterday I made you aware, I think it was the last video yesterday, that ideally the low is in here in this wave 4, because if not, then we have a very extended wave 4, this micro wave 4, and we're likely going to move into the larger wave 4 support zone then. So at the moment this low is holding. This was sort of, for me, therefore crucial to hold, to maintain this microstructure and to keep this microstructure alive, basically forecasting one more high in wave 5 of C of 3 or wave 5 of C of the larger B wave. So we still have this B wave on here. That's definitely still possible, still the case. And that's the short-term bearish count. Okay, overall situation hasn't changed. Let's zoom out a little bit. But what is good to see is that we have a little bit of upside momentum today. The idea is in the yellow scenario, that we are dealing with a potential 5-wave move here to the upside. Basically, wave 1 to the upside, that's the yellow count. Wave 4 bottomed. That means, in simple words, the correction that started middle of March, that actually bottomed in this scenario. And the Elliott Wave analysis tells us what we basically need to see. So we have a wave 1 to the upside, we have a wave 2 to the downside, the third wave to the upside into the region between 73,816 to 76,465. That's sort of the next upward zone here that we're looking at. Ideally, this third wave gets one more high, because measured of the first 1-2 setup, this third wave should reach, as a first ideal target, the 1.38 extension. It's not an absolute must. My minimum, really the bare minimum, is the 1.236 extension that was here at 72,260. I mean, that was reached. And there is also a resistance level structurally. Previous structural resistance here from the previous swing highs, in March. And therefore, it could be that the third wave just can't get above it due to the structural resistance. But I would say prefer one more high, right? So that at least we get to 73,816, which is the 1.38 extension, possibly the 1.618 extension at 76,465. So that's sort of what we're looking for as ideally the next move up. Now, I did say to you I would prefer the low is in, and I would prefer one more high. That's only really qualitatively what I prefer. The market doesn't really care about what I prefer. It's all about probabilities. Obviously on the micro level these are very balanced usually, but it would still be ideal. So however, the analysis also gives us the levels that, if broken, will make me assume that a more substantial top is in, and that's unchanged, the 69,080 level. This is this previous swing low. If it is broken to the downside, then we're likely dealing with a larger wave 4 pullback. Larger wave 4 correction, or the B wave has already topped, which would be more bearish. And if the B wave has topped in the short-term bearish count, then we would retest most likely the lower support region, probably between 50.7k and 55.4k. We will then be able to calculate that target a little bit more precisely. However, to confirm the white count, in addition to breaking 69,080, I also need to see a break of this micro support zone at 64,360. So that's sort of how I see this. My interpretation is that the yellow count is an ending diagonal to the upside, which means that the wave 4, it's either the white count, which is short-term bearish, but as I said, until we break micro support, there is no top in place. But if it's the yellow count, it doesn't look so much impulsive. This here is a bit messy, especially the 3-wave move up initially here. It just looks as if this here is an ending diagonal. Therefore, I label wave 3 as an ABC. But I can tell you, I'm pretty much guaranteed this microstructure will change a bit going forward. I might change my view on it, just because I don't like so much the idea that this C wave is so short. But we'll see how it develops. I leave the door open for higher prices, definitely against yesterday's swing low, which was formed just above 69,080. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.